Lakeshore West eastbound train to Union is arriving shortly at Clarkson on